2.8 kilometres, it's been the heart of motor racing in Auckland for years now. Pukekohe, it's still the power circuit, but it's been like Dodgems today as they line up with the BP Ultimate Grid, Norwood and Adams on the front row.
Row 2 sees Andrew Porter and John Penny.
Next up, Hepburn and Craig Beard. Watch out for them to try and leap through the field.
Okay, row 4 sees the extensively repaired car of Nick Ross and Inky Tulloch.
Then it's Owen alongside Simon Richards.
Then we have Adam Brook and Michael Bristow.
Right behind them, Andy Booth and Kane Scott, handily placed mid-pack.
And then we have the two finds of the championship, Dale Williams and Eddie Bow.
Right behind them, the ITM Commodore of Anderson, alongside him, Paul Pedersen, a former champion.
Then we've got the hard chargers, Johnny McIntyre and Paul Manuel.
McCarrison and Fogg, a couple of the unlucky guys, almost wiped out in that big smash. And rounding out the field, Dean Perkins, of course, because he missed the opening round in Taupo. Regardless of what happens, he always has to basically start down the back of the pack. BNT V8 single file to avoid carnage like we had in race 2.
Yeah, it doesn't seem doesn't seem everybody's paid attention to the rules there, Clint.
I think it might have been John Hepburn who got a bit excited there.
Yeah, look, he'll probably redress that position, know what the rules are, but once again, the front guys, actually the whole entire field now has gone past the yellow flag. We're away racing. Let's see this race establish itself. Let's see some good, hard, clean manoeuvres.
On board with Andrew Porter, that's Boyd Norwood up in front. I was having a chat with one of his guys in the crew, and he got the shock of his life because at the start of race 2, all he heard was, I'm on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, hey, look, and I don't envy Boyd or Chris Adams being here. You know, they've got the whole entire field coming down. It's a tall order being there when you don't have that much experience being at the front.
And straight away, it's Andrew Porter who gets past Boyd Norwood. Right behind him, you've got a great little battle too between John Penny. Remember, that car was white in Taupo. And sneaking down the inside as they race up towards Ford Mountain, it's Craig Beard.
Absolutely, you know, this car of Andrew Porter is going to be an absolute rocket in a straight line, Clint. It has that much race tape, it actually reduces the amount of drag the car pushes, so we expect that car to be fast and complement Andrew's driving style.
Remember, no passing around the sweeper. I think, mate, there's so much duct tape out there, we could call this the Duct Tape 200.
Hey, but look, you know, everybody, they worked overtime between race 2 and 3 to get those cars out again. Oh, Beardo, traditional move there.
Yeah, classic move by Beardo. Always good at sneaking up the inside, especially in the Porsches. Now doing it in the BNT V8s. And look at John Penny.
You know, John Penny capitalised on that. Boyd went a little bit wide. Craig ducked down the inside. Allowed John to follow through as well.
So straight away, Andrew Porter clearing off. He's really got that Ford Falcon going well out in front. Beard looking for his chance to pick up some vital points in the BNT V8s. Penny up there as well. Tulloch and Nick Ross on board with Simon Richards, another one of the Waikato boys, the SEW Euro Drive Ford. Got the flash new dash in for this weekend.
Yeah, and that's technology that'll help, and we probably won't see the benefits from that new technology this weekend, but as the season develops, they learn how to use it, how to capitalise on the information. We'll hopefully see some results come from that.
Because it's single file down here, what do you think's going to happen around the rest of the circuit? Where can you pass that?
You know, as soon as we get past this corner here, you can pass coming on the back straight like we saw Craig Beard. We can see the braking manoeuvres like we saw Johnny McIntyre and Paul Manuel. You know, basically anywhere else but that first corner. The drivers settle down once again.
Whoa! Yeah. Straight away.
And there's another passing manoeuvre.
And one of them's almost onto the grass.
Yeah, that's Steve Owen replacing for Paul Radisich. Kane Scott on the outside there.
Inky Tulloch's got a problem here. He's going backwards at a rapid rate of knots because he's lost his front spoiler and the rest of the field just shooting by. Kane Scott!
You know, max amount of braking there, just trying to go around the outside of Steve, didn't quite work.
Skippy's doing all right so far in this race. Hello, we've got the safety car out on the track.
Not too sure what that's for, Clint, because we didn't see, you know, a great deal of carnage. Maybe a bit of debris on. There we go. That's the front clip of Inky Tulloch's car.
The Cat Rentals Ford Falcon. Let's take a look at what happened. Here he is going into the Castrol, and that's Simon Richards just trying to do a Craig Beard on him.
Yeah, it's a fantastic move by Simon. You know, Inky did go a little bit wide, a little bit of contact there. See, it just upsettled the car, just hit the front of the clip, come dislodged. Smart move by bringing the safety car out to clear that debris.
So they've removed that from the track. Now we're back down to the single file start, or are we? Yes, we are.
Absolutely. You know, you can always try. Yellow flags out. You have to concede that spot.
Past that blue marker, remember, now they can start getting on the gas and try and set up the passing moves. And Steve Owens straight away, ducking down the inside of Norwood. And good rubbing and racing. Look at that, the experience of Kane Scott.
You know, Kane could read what was going on there, just stuck straight to the inside. Okay, he's got in the draft now. He's pulled out of Stewie Owens' draft, carried the momentum forward. Look at the extra speed they carry when that happens.
He's got some speed in that Fujitsu heat pump Ford Falcon today. Cutting him down the inside.
Absolutely, just come across the defended line. But isn't Nick Ross doing a fantastic job? You know, extensive repairs after race 2, doing a good job.
On board with Paul Manuel, looking back at the rest of the field, closing in on the hairpin.
We know 3 into 1 hasn't worked before. Will it work now?
There's fog.
Paul Pedersen somewhere, is he in front of us? Ah, there he is, alongside.
Boys giving each other a bit of racing room as they head up towards, this is looking back, the entrance to Ford Mountain. Now it's over the top. Great shots, and now look at Craig Beard making his move on Andrew Porter.
Absolutely, you know, but if Andrew and Craig get too defensive, it's going to allow John Penny to get back on this battle again. So, you know, these guys are going to have to keep an eye on that, because the more defensive you are, the faster the car behind catches up. Johnny
McIntyre, Michael Bristow further back down the field. This is the big BNT V8 freight train on board with the champ.
Don't they sound fantastic? You know, that's up to 3rd gear, into 4th. Okay, now what happens now? You see the bonnet start fluttering around. Okay, what does Johnny do? Kind of the track's impeded in front of him, can't go left, can't go right. Maybe take the high line. Hopefully something might happen in front of him.
Ducks down the inside, switches back for the inside line through the entrance, through this G-forces through that corner.
Keep in mind there's a car to the right of him here. Is he going to concede the spot or hold Johnny out? No, Johnny got the place. Unfortunately, can't go any further because of the yellow flag at the start-finish line.
In fact, Johnny McIntyre probably one of the best guys at actually making a move over that hill.
He is, you know, he's got a lot of drive and carries that momentum forward.
Beardo trying to out-muscle Andrew Porter now in the United Video Ford Falcon. How close is that?
It doesn't get any closer, does it?
Going to turn that Tegel chicken into KFC if he gets any tighter. But I tell you what, you know, he struggled with the sore shoulder in the V8s. Very good in the Porsches, but he's on a bit of a learning curve in this class. And Andrew Porter coming out of trucks.
Yeah, let's not take anything away from Andrew Porter. You know, he's driving a fantastic drive.
Remember, Rookie of the Year last year?
Thoroughly deserved. I don't know if you saw the front of that United Video car. The front of it was flapping around there under, you know, at the high-speed part of the circuit. That's the downforce getting pushed onto the car.
Porter, Beard, Penny.
Oh, here we go.
Scott already moving up. McIntyre further back down the field. That's on board with Adam Brook.
You know, Johnny McIntyre, he's just been patient here. He knows he's got the car speed. He knows he's got the laps to do it. He'll pick one off here, one off there. Before we know it, he'll make his way to the front.
And remember, for these top drivers, it's all about points.
Absolutely, you know, and he's allowed to do what he done. Although we've got a yellow flag coming up, the move is going to be completed before they enter that passing zone. Or no passing zone, as it turns out to be.
Nick Ross staying out of trouble. Very happy with his weekend so far to be racing, of course. Becoming a dad. On board with Michael Bristow, the young winner of the V8 Development Series last year. One of the guys caught up in that big tangle in race 2.
Yeah, he's nice and relaxed in the car, just checking the mirrors there to see if there's anybody coming over, up alongside him, whatever. Another check again. But, you know, nice and relaxed environment he's in.
He does the hot laps round here at Pukekohe, but that race 2 would have been the hottest lap he's done here so far.
Absolutely. Once again, like we saw Johnny McIntyre lap before, doesn't have many options here. Try to go underneath Adam Brook, follow Nick Ross. Oh, there's a car spin.
Oh, look at that. They just went all over the place. And he just goes straight through. It shows you how quick things can happen. Two guys tangle and bang.
And that's poor old Eddie Bell got caught up in that. He had a fantastic weekend, fantastic start. What a shame.
So let's take a look at what happened here on the replay, and that's Simon Richards on the outside. It's Eddie Bell on the inside. Johnny McIntyre, and Eddie Bell looks like he's just overcooked it coming out of the entrance from the hairpin. He spins around. Nick Ross has nowhere to go. He gets out of the way.
Here comes McHarrison, hard on the brakes, locking the wheel, smoke coming away from it.
Let's take a look at the Hydrolink best under pressure moment then. Already we've had quite a few of these in race 3. We're on board with Johnny McIntyre. Let's have a look. He avoids the carnage here. There's Bell just locking it up, getting it sideways. McIntyre getting straight out of it and away from trouble. But not poor old Nick Ross.
Well, looks like Nick Ross once again been in the wars. So the tyre's been rubbing there, trying to pull that guard out. and get Nick back on the racetrack. But this car looks seriously dented from its previous crash.
Eddie Bell also in the pits too. And the 007 car getting back out on the track. We'll take a break. Back with more of the action. Stay with us with the BNT V8s and the Hydrolink 200. Welcome back to Pukekohe, the Hydrolink 200 Race 3, the reverse grid showdown. It's been a sensational Sunday here at Pukekohe in the Hydrolink 200, and it's Andrew Porter holding on to the lead from a hard-charging Craig Beard.
You see what happened there is Craig can make advancements onto the back of Andrew's car, but what happens is when you're that close, you lose the downforce or the pushing effect the wind has in the car. Oh, here we go!
How good was that? Straight through the inside, Beardo's corner. He just loves Castro, and he's grabbed the lead.
Mate, he's painted that move, hasn't he?
So it's the Porsche racer and the truck racer around in front, but here's a racer who's had a shocker, Angus Fogg. Not a good weekend, under pressure here from Manuel.
Oh, you hear that, Clint? It sounded like a missed gear or maybe a broken gearbox. Poor Manuel's come alongside him easier than we would expect. Not too sure what the problem is.
No points so far for Angus Fogg this weekend. Great shots. There's the dashboard.
You can actually see the speed on the dashboard.
242 through the kick.
Amazing footage, isn't it?
And that braking point just comes up so quick, so fast.
Oh, absolutely. Once you're committed to that corner, 100% committed. Very, very room for error.
Pedersen, Williams, the GT man, another one of the Pukekohe boys. Dean Perkins up and over the hill. He normally loves it wild up around here, but not today. It's all single file now.
And this battle's going to allow Andrew Anderson to catch on the back, so that will be a royal battle in a couple of laps' time.
Look at Kane Scott. He's already up to third too. Remember, he won the first race in the BNT V8s down in Taupo. So he's picking up some vital points, and so's McIntyre on the charge as well. Beardo, can he hold on for his first win? Remember, we've had 5 races, 5 different winners, but Kane Scott applying the big squeeze.
Maximum pressure here, Kane Scott on Andrew Porter. Look at that, you can see how his shoulder comes up, Clint, indicating that the car's got a lot of drift in first gear.
He knows exactly where Scotty is, and he's going to try and go round up the inside, and good driving. They've given each other a bit of room.
Absolutely, fantastic respect for each other. It's good to see.
Kane Scott grabs second place before they cross the start-finish line. Manuel here. He's moving up too. In front of Richards. Bristow down the inside.
Once again, got on the inside. It's interesting, though, that he had a run coming into the yellow flag area. Hasn't concealed the spot. Could be a penalty, not too sure.
Angus Fogg.
Oh, Angus, what are you doing?
Oh, look, he's taken out the tyre. Just perhaps he's over-driving, keen to try and make up some positions, but man, he can't stay away from trouble, Foggy, this weekend.
Absolutely not. Shame to see.
Look at this battle for the lead. Can Beard hold off 2 old mates from Hamilton?
Both hard charges here. Both applying a maximum amount of effort onto each other.
Kane Scott, he did it last lap to Porter. Will he do it this lap to Craig Beard? Look at the power of that thing.
Yeah, not so much more power than anybody else, just fantastic drive and using it very well.
So, number 99, Kane Scott, he's flying to the front. Race 3 in the BNT V8s, the Hydrolink 200. There's another super shot.
I got a funny feeling, Clint, that this battle is definitely not over yet, Craig has now got someone to base himself on, which is Kane Scott. Look here, look down the inside, straight away responds to that.
Back to Beardo's corner again. Remember, he's been doing that to the Porsche drivers for years. Now the other guys are starting to do it to him in the V8s.
Andy Booth's got a fantastic drive here, started towards the back for the reverse grid race, as did Johnny McIntyre even further back. The problem Johnny McIntyre has now is he's coming up to cars which are similar speed from him, so his progression through the field might not be as quick as what we've seen in the last couple of laps. Look at these fantastic shots. Hard on the brakes, look at that. You see his right foot hard to the floor. Okay, you'll see him doing what they call heel toe, so you see the foot and then accelerator go down at the same time. They set himself up, gear change, very interesting there. Johnny McIntyre choosing not to use the clutch on the way up, flat shifting.
Now they're flat out, up and over Ford Mountain. Can he get past the Big Ben Commodore this time?
Geez, there's two different attitudes in cars, isn't there? You know, Andy Booth's car's moving around, sliding. Johnny McIntyre's just holds onto the circuit, basically what they say, cornering like on rails.
Oh, he'd love to be able to pass him through there if they didn't have the yellow out. It was all set there for a nice move through the sweeper. Now they've got to pull back. Now they can set it up again.
And here's Paul Manuel as well. You know, nice clean run through the traffic, pick one off at a time.
Michael Bristow in the Texon side forward.
Oh.
Angus Fogg problems.
We went off the left of that corner, he might as well do the right as well.
So life hasn't been good for Foggy here at Pukekohe, and the rest of the field say bye-bye.
Now, there's something wrong with the attitude of the car. We saw it several laps ago when Paul Manuel was, you know, in the battle with him and missed a gear. Maybe it's an inherent problem we've seen from race 2's incident.
Whoa, Richards misses a bit of debris on the track.
Yeah, something lane there, wasn't there?
Pedersen charging up in his Ford Falcon. ITM Commodore of Andy Anderson making a charge as well.
See Paul Pedersen come across to defend the line. Andrew Anderson right down the outside.
That's good rubbing, that's good racing.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Oh, and Angus won. Oh, no.
She's all over Rover for the LG Motorsport Ford Falcon of Angus Fogg. Last lap.
Last lap, mate. Good job. Last lap.
Kane Scott in front. Craig Beard. That's his favourite corner. Perhaps that was the last chance to try and get past. He's in second. Porter back in third.
Yeah, unless Kane makes a mistake at the hairpin, which is very unlikely, although we have seen it this weekend, I think he's going to have a clean set of heels and come through.
Very unlikely that we'll see Kane Scott make the same sort of mistake twice over the weekend.
That debris still in the middle of the circuit, though.
And he's on target to become our first repeat winner.
Once again, you can hear the cars misfiring. That's 6,400 revs, the maximum you're allowed in this class.
So after all the drama here at the BNT V8s, the Hydrolink 200, Craig Beard had a great chance to try and sneak through the field to get his first win in the V8s, but it's going to be Scooter in the Fujitsu Heat Pump Ford Falcon, car 99. Kane Scott's going to round out the weekend and get his second win of the season in the BNT V8s. Beard comes home second. Good skills, and Andrew Porter holds on for third. Steve Owen getting up there, and there's Johnny McIntyre also getting across the line as well. So a great way to finish the weekend, and there they are giving each other a good wave too. Hot stuff in the BNT V8s, wrapping up the Hydrolink 200. Scott first, Beard second, Porter third.
Fantastic drive, Steve Owen for fourth place.
Then it's Penny, Booth, McIntyre finishes in the seventh, and Paul Manuel rounds out the top eight.
Fantastic drive there from John Hepburn, started sixth, finished 10th, fantastic.
Dean Perkins, the Pukekohe man, in 14th.